You know, the Yu-Gi-Oh community is a community that typically tends to starve for reactions, such as this is going to be really cold, such as spilling water on yourself for video entertainment factor. There are definitely things that we do in this community just to wake ourselves up, expose ourselves, have a good old fancy time. God, this is cold. Why did I do this? This is the worst horrible idea of an intro I've ever had. Alright, into the reaction video we go. Agua. So I actually wasn't sure where I wanted to go with this video today, but I've been wanting to talk about some of the things that only really Yu-Gi-Oh players are going to enjoy, or really sometimes anger them, sometimes bring joy to their hearts. And there were a few things that John had uploaded yesterday that I was going to touch on when I had initially seen them, but I wanted to loop them together because honestly, these are only really the things that Yu-Gi-Oh players would really feel or get angered by in your typical sense of tradition. So, Blue Shirt Squad. This is going to be a video that I don't know if it's going to hit you in the feels, make you angry, but there are aspects to this community that we really don't touch on. And there are generally things such as people getting angry over what people choose to do with their own possessions and things like that. So come on, show me some love. This will be a late night video special for those of you. So the first thing we're going to talk about here was I believe it was an old man that decided to drive through Pastimes. Now, if you guys don't know what Pastimes is, it's located in Niles, Illinois. And yesterday, it showed up on Zodiac that someone, I believe an old man, decided to just run his car up and over the curve here. Look at this. So evidently, this man decided to go bloop, right in through the front. And this is pretty ridiculous, given the state of the situation, in which you've seen just, I don't know how you managed to drive your car. Like, how? At what point? I even read this in the comments, but this was my initial reaction to this. It's just like, at what point do you just go over the curve and go, oh, we're going to keep going? You know, like, this almost seems like it had to have been some sort of brake failure, but what in the world, man, possesses you just to go, we will keep going? Now, I'm surprised he got as far as... I don't know if he was trying here. You could tell by this, but the amount of damage that had to have been caused by this man's insurance premium is going to be up through the roof. Gosh damn. This is the sort of stuff that entertains me the most. And there was a meme that came out of this. It was like when you're late for round one and you just plow through the building. Oh, so ridiculous. I don't know how they managed to get this fixed as soon as they did, but kudos to them. But the amount of damage that was caused because of this, it's really one long walking meme. Now this has happened before. If you look back in the community and things like that. But Robbie, as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, why do I care about this? You care about this because this is fucking hilarious. And this is one of those things that, like I said before we started this video, this is one of those things that your typical Yu-Gi-Oh players, they'll find humor in. They're not going to find humor in the fact that, oh my god, my locals got trashed. No, it's not the point here. It's the fact that some old man ran over a curve and decided to smash into a card shop. I don't know what was on his mind or his agenda, but he was just like, fuck it, we're going to ruin somebody's day today. I feel like the brakes had to have given out or something. I don't know the full story. But assuming is what we do best. So, number 2 here. Yu-Gi-Oh player reactions to what other people do with their own property. Rile this community up. Now, I've chosen to pause on the best John Moore taking a shit face that I could possibly find, because it doesn't get better than this. Here's the thing, though. And we've seen these style of videos time and time again, and the dislike bar is absolutely hilarious on these things. You know, who cares what a guy does with his Cyberstein or his Ascension Skydragon? He's doing it to get attention. And those are the best kind of videos. And I always love the general reactions. It's like, well, if you don't want it, I'll take it. But we understand that if you had it, you wouldn't be doing this because you'd be treasuring it. There are people out there that want a reaction because maybe they can't sleep at night. Maybe their lives are just so shit that they kind of take a picture of them or a video of them doing something absurd with something. Or they're just doing it because they want to be famous. The typical reaction that I think people want when they are doing... God, this is some fucking psychology shit here. When people strive to do things like this, they're, like I said, they're typically looking for a reaction. They're wanting their place, their start, their home in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. They want to be that funny guy. But I feel like the expected result from things like this and what they get are completely different. And it's often sad. You know, when we did the video a while back talking about and destroying the Pendulum Magician box, I figured it opened my eyes in a little bit of a sense. It wasn't a bad thing here. But the community... When you're so used to just the competitive community in a nutshell and the people that are the casual player base, the competitive player base gave me the exact reaction that we were going for. You know, from the standpoint of no one wanted to buy the set because of how expensive the actual set was, how ridiculously cheap everything was. And from the store standpoint of stores buying the product, stores were getting burned. You know, people have got to understand that stores buy this at X cost. They're not going to sell it to you at cheaper than what they're paying for it. That's called going out of business, and I think a lot of people don't. Talking about Market 101 and things like this, it's not some super big secret when it comes to these sort of things. But if a store's buying the product and they're losing money on the product, then people need to understand the outrage and the outcry. And when movements like this happen, that they're trying to send a message. You know, they're trying to cut their losses and be funny and hope that other people will understand the sorrows and the shit they're going through. And it's really sad because I know people out there. Once again, you can't encompass the entire thing, but much like my motto on my channel, as long as one person is happy with the content we're bringing to them, then I've done my job as a Yu-Gi-Tuber. You know, YouTube is a place where the ridiculous happens, and seeking reactions from audiences is typically the best. And as I said at the beginning of this video when we were talking about the car scenario being rammed through the local shop, only Yu-Gi-Oh players can find memes in the shittiest of the shit. And I think it's honestly what makes our community so great and so fucking shitty at the same time. You know, you guys, you've been here a very long time. I don't think a lot of you guys have been here as long as I have, but the scenario goes as just this. It's the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! People are seeking reactions for the stupidest of shit, and in the case of pastimes getting a car rammed through their locals, this shit is the shit that brings our community together. It's the stupid memes, it's the stupid idea of wanting to put mustard on a $2,000 card that brings reactions from people, or when bad things happen in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh that brings us together. You know, another example, the death of a judge from Canada. I seen the entire community come together for the loss of that judge, and it was really cool to see that. You know, this community is a lot closer than I think people give it credit for, and it's definitely not a bad thing. But we're one of the worst communities out there. there's no you can't complain about that. If you're in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, you're a member of the top 10 elitist of the elite. Terrible. I don't think we're as bad as the League of Legends community, though, from what I've been told. But I wouldn't know. So, guys, what do you think about the reactions of Yu-Gi-Oh? Are we just a community starving for reactions to put ourselves to sleep at night? That's all I've really got for you guys today. So, hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, guys, and do Serenos. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.